first for traffic. Good morning, Lauren.
Good morning, Rafi. Good morning, everyone. If you are headed out right now, there was an accident on the ramp coming off the Goethals Bridge into New Jersey towards the New Jersey Turnpike. So you can see some minor delays there. Then heading over to the George Washington Bridge, here's a live look. Things are moving along nicely, but that inbound lower level is closed with construction until 5 a.m. And you also have the Palisades Parkway ramp coming into New Jersey closed for a little while longer, too. Darlene, back to you.
Lauren, thanks so much.
And then also this morning, getting ready for some dangerous temperatures. City cooling centers are opening ahead of our extreme heat, and we'll tell you how long it's going to stick around. Well, good morning, everybody. 4:30 a.m. on this Tuesday, August 10th. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
I'm Darlene Rodriguez. Lauren Scala is here looking at that ride to work on a Tuesday, and Rafael Miranda is in here because when it's like extra hot and steamy, we bring in Rafi.
That's right. I'm here to bring the not so good news, unfortunately. Although some like when the heat turns dangerous. Why? Because of the humidity. And with temperatures in the 90s and the tropical air in place, that's when it just feels like 100 degrees.
Thanks, Rafi. Good morning. It's mostly construction out there at this hour. So you have the inbound Holland Tube closed, Holland Tunnel Tube closed until 5 a.m. Over on the Van Wyck Expressway, the main roadway is closed northbound from exits 1 to 2. So Bell Parkway to Rockaway Boulevard. You can see traffic being diverted here on the service road, and it is heavy traffic there. Then heading over to the Verrazano Bridge, you also have road work here. So you have the Staten Island bound lower level closed. You have that's something just to keep in mind. It is not causing any kind of delay at the moment. So at least good news from there. And like I said, you have the 95 express lanes closed northbound on the Turnpike, and that's coming from Route 46 into Route 80. So you might see some delays through the area, but that should all wrap up in just a little while. Darlene, back to you.
All right, thanks so much.
Hey, Rafi, good morning. No major slowdowns at this hour. I'll tell you what closed from the Belt Parkway to Rockaway Boulevard. All traffic's being diverted to the service road, so there is a bit of an issue there. And then you have 2 lanes blocked northbound by Linden Boulevard again. Heading over to the Verrazano Bridge, you still have construction out here as well. You can see that some of the levels are closed, but you can still get by. Like I said, it's not causing a delay. And then over on 95 north on the express lanes of the Turnpike, they're closed from Route 4. Alternate out-of-the-street parking rules, meter rules, they're both in effect. Darlene, back to you. All right, thanks
So much, Lauren. 4-4.
August 23rd, for all the information on the event, head to cleartheshelters.com. It's such a great event.
Yes.
And we can all say how great it is.
Oh, and to adopt a pet for sure.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm going to do something with them.
Are you?
Oh, I was just going to say, every time I cry all day. Every time I go.
I know.
You go there, you want
It's
to
like fostering.
I know.
Yes, exactly.
Full house.
It's like Little House on the Prairie, where she is.
Yeah, so my
There's a covered wagon.
Exactly. Our newest addition, she swims. We found
Oh, yes, it's great.
She's
We've
so
seen
cute,
it.
but she doesn't let me swim. She's trying to save me. So
It's constantly pulling you out of
she
the
starts pulling it. Yeah, so it's a bit of an issue.
That sounds like fun.
Yes, she means well.
Yeah, people will be using the pools, the beaches over the next several days for sure, trying to keep cool any way you can. Of course, remember the pets as well as we enter this dangerous heat and humidity.
Right, there it is.
All right, hopefully smooth commute, Lauren.
Yeah, overnight track work's about to wrap up, and if you're getting on the rails, Port Jervis line service has been restored for today, so everything's running on or close to schedule. And we'll take a live look at the Cross Bronx Expressway, which is still very quiet out by the Bronx River Park. Michael, it's a smooth commute so far.
Thank you very much. I wanted to assist you today.
I appreciate it.
All right, 4:57. In 18th and 19th, this will be the first time the Davis Cup has been in New York City since 1981. 5 years old. You have to have a science-based master's.
Good morning, Rafi. Good morning, everyone. You should be in for a nice ride right now. The only place I'm seeing delays is the service road on the Van Wyck Expressway. We'll get there eventually. Northbound, you can see that delay, and this is because the main roadway is closed from the Belt Parkway up to Rockaway Boulevard with some road work for now, but that should wrap up shortly. Then heading over to the FDR Drive, you still have 2 lanes closed southbound in the 70s. Things are just starting to slow down a little bit right here. It's not too bad out there just yet. Darlene, over to you.
All right, thanks so much. With Bitcoin,
What?
The AMC theater chain announced that it'll soon start accepting the cryptocurrency for tickets and snacks purchased online. It doesn't have the systems needed to process the Bitcoin payments in place just yet. AMC expects that'll happen by the end of the year.
So I'm going to show up and pay with currency with a squirrel on it.
Yeah, listen. I don't know.
Well, there's Bitcoin, there's Dogecoin, Ethereum, all these different ones. Right.
I'm just hoping one of my kids is like a Bitcoin genius at some point, but it's not happening yet.
How do you know? They may
I don't know. Maybe, right? So we can retire.
Well, let's take a look at the satellite because we have some rain out there this morning. We're tracking some rain, even though it's not raining. And it's going to breeze starting tomorrow, and it'll stay that way right through Friday. So the end of the week is going to be rough.
Thank you.
Some problems on the roads, not many. It's early. It's construction delays right now for Rockland County. A little bit of extra time if you're headed that way.
Okay, Lauren, we've got some exciting sports news. A welcome sight for Giants fans. Running back Saquon Barkley back on the practice field. Giants' biggest star in pass.
Outside Chicago, a look at the damage as the region braces for more severe weather.
Plus, more and more kids, they're experiencing vision problems, and this is due to the pandemic. Why health officials say this is not, though, from staring at computers or from tablets or screens.
If you are getting on the rails, they're in great shape. The Port Jervis line is operating once again on its regular route and schedule. Metro North, LIRR, NJ Transit Path, subways, all looking good. If you're headed out on the roads, there is a stall. This is New Jersey 495. So heading towards the Lincoln Tunnel, this is just after Route 3 and the Turnpike merge. You can see it out there in the left lane. Minor delays, but once you get past it, we'll take a live look at the Helix heading into the
Always good morning. If headed out right now, there are delays inbound to our trains, and then outside of that, it's issues on the road. So Route 15 southbound.
In New Jersey, there's 2 lanes blocked between Birch, so 2 lanes remain closed for repairs out there. 1 lane getting by, so you can see it's a
slow go. Then heading over to Rockland County on the thruway southbound heading into the Spring Valley tolls. You have a lane or 2 blocked up there, so expect delays. You can always take Route 59 or leave yourself some extra time.
And then heading over to New Jersey 495, so heading towards the Lincoln Tunnel, just after the merge between the Turnpike and Route 3, you have a stalled vehicle out there in the left lane, so things are just jammed up.
In this immediate area, once you get past it, it's clear sailing around the Helix into the tolls at
the Lincoln Tunnel, and then over on Long Island on these
and out there with delays on the road. You still only need to move your car the last day listed on the sign. Michael, over to you.
Okay, Warren, thanks very much.
Cleartheshelters.com, or honestly just call me because I got all the hookups everywhere. I know everybody. I got all the animals. I mean, it's such a great thing. And you know, with so many people working from home, this is actually a good time to get you acclimated to a pet used to you, because you can spend more time with them, you know, as they get used to the home.
Yeah, you want to put in that time early on.
Early on, yes. We're all pet parents here. Love them, don't we?
Love them. Can't live without them.
Exactly.
All right, we have the heat to deal with that's coming our way, but this summer has been a little weird so far temperature-wise. If you're it's going to feel like 100 to 105 on Thursday. So
wow.
Oh, these are serious temperatures.
Yeah, this is serious.
Yeah, we want to mention the cooling centers in New York City are open, right, or will be open.
Well, I hope your air conditioning in your car is working. You're going to sit in some delays on the FD. That was an issue for a few days.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Lauren. It's 5:57, still to come. Travel warning, where the CDC is now telling Americans not to go as COVID cases rise. You're watching Today in New York. Heat wave as well. Good morning, everybody. Tuesday morning, it's August 10th. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
Michael Gargiulo, Lauren Scala is watching our roads and rails. It's been good so far, Lauren. We'll see if that's going to continue. And Storm King 4's Rafael Melendez here with a look at today's forecast, the pre-heat heat.
Right.
Pre-heat wave heat. Right. Yeah. That's what we have today. We're warming up. It's very muggy out there as well. It's not comfortable. You're not going to enjoy. I was here with a look at your commute. Hey, Lauren.
Hey, Rafi. Good morning. There are definitely some slowdowns on the roads this morning. Heading over to Rockland County, you have road work out there on the thruway heading southbound into the Spring Valley tolls. So you can see it's quite backed up. Then heading over to Route 15 southbound, 2 lanes are blocked from Berkshire Valley Road to Main Street. Some concrete was falling off a bridge in the area. So they have 2 lanes blocked off, 1 lane gets by. And then heading over to the FDR, you have this crash southbound heading into 96th Street, takes out 2 lanes. Delays are almost back to the RFK Bridge. Darlene, over to you.
Thanks so much, Lauren.
Crypto popcorn for you, perhaps, Lauren?
Sure, I'll take some. If you're headed out right now, the rails are in great shape. Any subway delays that were out there are no longer, and the Port Jervis line rail service has been restored, so that's great news. Ferries are fine as well. We'll take a live look outside at
no issues in Connecticut, no slowdowns. Westchester County looks good. We're going to head over to Rockland County, though, where there are pretty heavy delays on the New York State Thruway southbound. There's road work heading into the Spring Valley tolls, so 2 lanes are blocked. It's quite slow going. Avoid it if you can. Heading over to Route 15 southbound in New Jersey, Berkshire Valley Road to Main Street, you have 2 lanes out. There was concrete falling off a bridge in the area, so you have just 1 lane open at this point, and delays are very heavy. Heading over to the FDR Drive southbound, you saw the crash by 96th Street that takes out 2 lanes. Delays are now back onto the Harlem River Drive past the RFK Bridge. And then over on the Bell Parkway westbound, you have an accident heading into Springfield. And they're just stopped at a light. I didn't want to leave you with all bad news. Heading into your Hudson River crossings, here's the Holland Tunnel approaches. Everything's moving along nicely, no delays out there, and alternate side of the street parking rules that are in effect. Michael, over to you.
If the weather
Right.
holds up, meaning visibility, right, Rafi?
Yeah, exactly. And taking a look at what we have going outside right now,
We can't see anything.
Can't see much, right?
No.
So that
We could launch from Brooklyn and we wouldn't see it in Manhattan.
no launches from Brooklyn this morning, but we have lots of low clouds hanging around. It just gives you an idea of the tropical moisture in place. Look at the view.
Thank you.
So we're in some traffic troubles already?
Oh, there's some heavy delays on the Long Island Express.
Okay, Warren, thanks so much. Well, police went undercover to reunite a stolen Yorkie with his family. Cook posed as a potential buyer to get Cookie back.
Lauren Scala is here looking at your ride to work, and Storm Team 4's Rafael Miranda is in from Maria La Rosa. Nice to see you.
Good morning. Great to be here. Doesn't feel great outside, though.
Not so much,
No,
right?
it's very.
You can see the most colorful part of my maps, Queens. Definitely some delays out there, some accidents as well. Over on the Belt Parkway westbound heading into Springfield Boulevard, you have an accident there. Delays almost Big Street, so Harlem River Drive is one slow go. Stick with the west side, and then heading over to New Jersey, Route 15 southbound. Really slow going. There was some concrete falling off a bridge yesterday in this area between Berkshire Valley Road and Main Street, so 2 lanes are blocked. Michael, over to you.
Warren, thanks very much. And now to those growing concerns about COVID-19 in children. The cases do remain rare.
There, now we'll take a live look outside at the George Washington Bridge if you're headed that way, where delays are starting to build out there as well. No reports of issues, though, just some congestion. You're watching Today in New York.
The world around you has changed. News 4 New York at 11 has changed too.
And why they matter to you.
One-on-one with a former mayor.
Why are you willing to go to jail if you feel that you're innocent?
Because they lie.
A closer look at discount broadband.
There are 2 things you need to do.
We'll still bring you important breaking news.
And your most accurate forecast.
So join us.
And see how it all impacts your life.
Your world has changed. News 4 New York at 11 is changing with you.
Okay, Warren.
Thank you.
Rafi's starting to warm up.
Yeah, warm and humid today. Very muggy out there. We can have a few.
Rafael, thanks so much. Stay with us. We'll have local news updates every 30 minutes throughout the morning. And the Today Show is next.
That's what's happening today in New York.